Hello and welcome. Yours truly, Ron Stafford, with you on another exciting episode of Unconventional Ministry. It's a wonderful program we've been doing with Sat7 over the last few months now. Hope you've had a chance to catch some of the past episodes. And just a reminder, you certainly want to rate, share, and subscribe to this podcast on a regular basis. Got some information from a gentleman that Dennis gave to me by the name of Ferris Abraham. He is with Levant Ministries, and Levant is based out of D.C., but they also have other offices around the globe. Ferris, how are you today, my friend? Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Ron, for having me. It's good to be with you.
Let's just give our listeners a background. Talk about how you came to know the Lord and how Levant Ministries started in the first place.
Yes, I was born and raised in Jesus' backyard, so to speak, in the little town of Bethlehem. Yet Christ remained a stranger to me throughout my entire youth. I didn't know the gospel. I didn't know I could be delivered from my sins and I could live free. Growing up in that part of the world was really tough because I lived through the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. But my dad decided to send me to the United States to get an education. And although we didn't have any relatives, he said, just go there. This is the land of the free. I still remember his words. So I came here to the United States. I went to Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Yep.
And this is where I actually surrendered my life to Jesus through a message by Pastor Rick Warren when he talked about the purpose-driven life. He was doing a purpose-driven conference. And that's when I gave my life to Jesus and then moved to Washington, D.C., and started my professional career here in this area.
That's wonderful. Talk about Levant Ministries. It's on your website. What is the website for our listeners so they can go there and check it out?
It's levantministries.org.
Okay.
The gospel was born in the Levant region. It was born when Jesus came and lived and died and rose again, and then he took this message to the entire world through the birth of the church when he empowered the disciples, and then they went and to fulfill the Great Commission. It was born in the Levant, and unfortunately now we see that the Levant region, which consists of several different countries in the Middle East, it's in dire need of the good news of Jesus back again. And this is what motivated me to start Levant Ministries after almost a decade of a successful career in Washington, D.C., doing some work as a contractor for several government agencies and some private organizations. So I left the corporate world to found this ministry that focuses on reaching the Levant region with the good news of Jesus Christ.
That's wonderful. How long has the ministry itself been around, Ferris?
Started back in September 2013, so it's been about almost 6 years now.
Excellent. How has the response been to the work you've been doing?
So we started with the intention of focusing on the next generation.
Okay.
As you probably know, and your listeners may know, that almost half of 50% of the population in the Middle East are under the age of 25. It's a young population. So when I look at the statistics, I see opportunity, great potential that we can step in right now and empower the church to reach this younger generation. So our ministry solely focused on reaching, equipping, and sending the next generation. We started here in the United States by gathering Arab-speaking people from all over North America, and we launched our first Next Gen conference in 2015. And Sat7, by the way, has been with us and supporting us financially and prayerfully since the inception of Next Gen conference. We were so blessed to have them just support us from the get-go. So we gathered about 450 Arabic-speaking people, talented young men and women, and we start shedding the light on what God is doing in the Middle East. A lot of them got motivated back in 2015, and we start sending teams of Arabic speakers from North America to the Middle East for the purpose of reaching young people there, contributing to what God is doing through the local church, various different creative projects. And we've been sending Arabic speakers from North America all over the Middle East which led us to starting operations on the ground. And now, by God's grace, we have field offices and operations in Palestinian territory, serving Israel, Palestine, and in Jordan, and in Egypt. And we've just been so blessed by what God is doing through the work of Levant Ministries in the Middle East.
Excellent. Can you share some of the stories that you've heard from maybe your team members about how God has changed lives there?
We partnered with a church that is close to the Syrian border in Jordan. And our team constantly and regularly conduct specific mission operations there to serve the Syrian refugees.
Mm-hmm.
We met a family who have been kind of displaced from Syria. They were kicked out of their home. They lost some relatives. They lost everything. And they came to Jordan as refugees. We reached out to them. We visited them. And they gave their lives to Jesus.
Wow.
They heard the good news through our teams. And their lives have been changed. And it was just incredible stories like this where God uses the chaos, the wars, the terror to bring people to his saving knowledge. Obviously, it's very unfortunate about what's happening there, the persecution of Christians, the displacements, the refugee situation,
right.
Economics, not a lot of opportunities. But we believe that the church is the hope of the world. And the church has to step in these crazy times and show love, show kindness, show the fruit of the Spirit to that part of the world. And this is what we believe that has been really working. The gospel works, and we have to put our faith and trust back in the gospel.
Talk more in detail. You mentioned SAT7 before. Talk more in detail about your partnership with SAT7 with Levant Ministries.
Yeah, so our strategic focus has been reaching the next generation, and we do this in varieties of ways. Obviously, missions is a big part of what we do, but the two main components that we focus on is media production and producing and delivering good and creative content to capture the hearts and minds of these young people over the airwaves, over the broadcast satellites, over social media. Everybody's on mobile phones nowadays.
Right.
I mean, if you go to the Middle East, especially in urban areas, everybody got a cell phone. So we are able to reach those guys with the message of the gospel in very fresh and dynamic and creative ways. And we have been partnering with SAT7 on many different projects and this is exciting things, and it's continuing to grow. After reaching them, we have a process of discipling them. For example, we launched recently a campaign to target single Arab men who are in their university years. They're college students. They're from a Muslim background. They are delusioned with Islam, and they have some positive views about Christianity. So we targeted this persona, this segment. The response was overwhelming. We initiated about 300 chats, online only, and we have about 10 of them give their life to Christ, and 2 out of these people who we are in touch with decided to take the next step of getting baptized.
Wow.
Some of them are in really close areas that we cannot personally get to,
right.
So we had to find some ways to get them out of where they are. One of them, actually, his name is Rami. He's in Gaza, and we are really having a hard time getting him out of Gaza into another country so he can be baptized and give back to Gaza. So we've been reaching people through media. After that, we also are on the ground mobilization. This is very important for us to follow up with people we reach, equip them, and we've been doing small group strategy. So basically taking people from online to offline small groups, plug them into local fellowships, local home churches, local churches if possible. And that has been our strategy. And we've been incredibly blessed to align with the ethos of SAT7 and what they're doing, because we believe that we are better together.
That's absolutely right. So many people are online, and there's so much online that they really don't know how to have a conversation. I liked how you say take it from online to offline. That's absolutely fantastic. What are your goals down the road, say 5 years with Levant Ministries? Just more of the same, or talk about what you see as the future for Levant Ministries?
We see a vibrant church. I mean, one thing about the Middle East church that I love, and I always tell people that whenever I go to churches, whenever I visit with potential ministry partners or people here in North America, I tell them the church in the Middle East is resilient. It's been standing there since inception. God still has a witness in that part of the world. And I see that Levant Ministries is like that helping hand that is coming alongside those Christians, providing them with necessary tools, not only to reach the next generation, but for the message of the gospel to extend all over the world. I believe that we need to be sending missionaries from the Middle East to North America. We should do it the other way around, the way that it was originally done.
Yeah,
the gospel was born in the Levant and went all over the world. Now it's time to bring it back so we can equip the church. So the 5-year vision or 10-year vision or the long-term vision is to see a vibrant church filled with the next generation, so empowered, so on fire, to take the gospel to the ends of the earth.
That's fantastic. That's absolutely awesome. Would you mind closing our time, Ferris, with a brief word of prayer? Would you mind doing that for us, please?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Jesus, for this wonderful time of opportunity. Thank you, God, for all the things that you have been doing in us and through us. We believe that you still have a plan. You still have a purpose. You're not done with the Middle East yet. There is a witness there, and there is a resilient church, and we pray, God, that we will see a vibrant Middle East church taking the gospel seriously and fulfilling the Great Commission, extending the hope and the love of Jesus to that broken part of our world. People are thirsty, people are hungry, people are in need of your touch, of your grace. We pray that you will continue also to bless Set7 in their outreaches, in their efforts, in their strategies, in the plans, and all the resources that they need to equip them, Lord, so they can continue to further your kingdom here on earth. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Again, the website one more time, Ferris, for Levant Ministries. Would you mind providing that for us, please?
Yes. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to partner together, continue to pray for us. Visit the website at levantministries.org, and you can also check us out for our next conference, nextgenconference.org, and we're going to be in Egypt in November 14th through the 17th. We're gathering around 15,000 young Egyptians in November so we can equip them so they can go back and change their communities.
That is absolutely fantastic. Ferris Abraham with Levant Ministries, thank you so much for the time today, my friend. It was a wonderful privilege. Thank you.
Blessings to you, Ron. Thank you.
And to you. Again, that is Ferris Abraham with Levant Ministries. Check them out online. It's a wonderful website, and they do fantastic work. That's going to do it for me, Ron Stafford. Thanking you, as always, for being right there. And remember, only with God's strength and God's help, you truly can make it a great day and an even better tomorrow. We'll chat again next time. We live in a changing world that offers more ways than ever to minister to others. Sat7 is changing how ministry is done by using cutting-edge technology. We beam age-old biblical truth through well-produced programs into living rooms. And by partnering with churches, we're able to overcome obstacles in communicating the gospel message around the world. We also offer web streaming, and our apps can be downloaded on various smart devices across the Middle East and North Africa. Sat7 has a satellite television channel for Arabic children where they're allowed to produce programs for their peers. In order for Sat7 to continue in this effort, we need support from listeners like you. Visit us online today at sat7usa.org/unconventional. That's sat7usa.org/unconventional. Or call us at 866-744-7287. That's 866-744-7287.